I forgot to unmute myself. Oh man.
There we go. What's up?
Yeah, there you go. What's good? We back.
I'm still here.
Oh, should we mute my phone, bro?
That'll be nice.
Oh man, what's going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there?
I'm doing great.
What's it been like? When did we do our last show? Was that like a week ago?
We can go. Something like that. Week and a half.
We ain't been gone for too long. Man, we back in here. We got a new show for y'all. So introducing a new show. This is called Open Field. Basically, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna talk about whatever's going on, whether it's TV, whether it's movies, entertainment, shows. Like I said TV already. Crazy stories, just whatever. It's all open. Whatever we want to talk about. If y'all want to talk about something or you want us to cover something, just go ahead and hit live in the chat. Yeah, I think I got it. Nope. There we go. It's over there. Got it right. So, man, talk about whatever, but forget all that. We'll get to that. Scotty, the one, as you call yourself, apparently.
The one. Because I'm one of many. So I'm just the one. What?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm feeling pretty good. They finally gave me off work, so I'm ready to get into this show. I was able to binge watch a couple things today.
Oh man, anything interesting?
I mean, say it again.
Is it interesting or stuff we're gonna talk about, or some stuff we're not gonna talk about?
I mean, we're gonna talk about one of them. And Bleach, I think Bleach has been blowing me away. So I've actually binge watched the entire show for this came out and read some of the books that blowing me away. And of course, some generic shows like the Netflix shows like Inside Man. That's okay.
Yeah, you said I gotta check it out. You told me about that other day, and I was like, I'll get to watch it. But Atlanta, I could, man. Okay, so I completely forgot Atlanta came out at all, and I was like, until like literally last week, and I was like, oh shoot, like I didn't miss, the whole. It was like down to the last episode, and. Like next show, I know we want to talk about Atlanta, do kind of our like series thing. So that'll be the second episode of Open Field, our new show again, brought to you by nothing because Scotty ain't drinking nothing on. He has a sponsor. I can't even see that.
It's Angry Orchard Hardcore,
sponsored by Angry Orchard Hardcore. Man, go out to 7-Eleven, get your Angry Orchard. But
Hardcore is not a 7-Eleven. Don't mislead my people.
My bad. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So. We're going to get into that, but that'll be next show. But yeah, man, so just catch up on that, but I'll definitely check out Open Field once not Open Field, it's the show. I'll definitely check out Inside Man once I get a chance.
It's pretty good. Stanley Tucci is the main character of that show.
Okay. As long as he ain't doing his Transformer 2 character thing, I think we'll be fine.
It's interesting. I think he's the perfect actor for this, and this other actor that's in the show, I want to give it away, but he's like his plays his cellmate. He's in maybe 5 minutes of each episode. Best character in the show. Right. Feels it away.
All right, well, maybe it'll be something we review. We'll check out. So definitely look forward. I'll check in, man. But so I want to start, man, with the Powerball went out there, and this is actually like. My first time playing the lottery. So obviously it was like 1.9 billion. I think. How many times have you played?
I played it 9 times last week.
No, I mean like in general. Like you play all the time.
900 times, maybe 9,000.
Looking for that easy way out.
Yeah.
I love a little meme where it's just like the numbers get back to work. Cause that's how I feel. But yeah, so I finally played it for the first time. I was in 7-Eleven and freaking, they had like 1 million people in line. So I'm like, man, I'm here. I might as well get a ticket. And then, I go last night to like check out. I'm like, all right, I know I didn't lose. My luck ain't on my side, but let me see what happens. So I go to YouTube and go to live to see it. It's no Powerball draw. It's just nothing. I'm like, all right, what's going on? When we catch this news channel, like first time in a while, they just had some security breach. So numbers just ain't even show up. So if you did win, but you probably ain't looking at this show if you did, because you should be, with a mountain of cocaine. Yeah. But yeah, man, you had to wait a little bit longer. So that was my first lottery experience. I ain't even come close. I don't think I had a number.
Right. I had one.
I did 4 tickets. I don't think I had a number. It was like, nah, Negro, go back to work.
4 isn't enough. You should have done like 24.
Oh man, yeah, maybe it's cool, but yeah, man, that was fun. But yeah, so what you want to get into today?
I have something to talk about. It's only gonna take me 2 minutes to talk about it. Let me let you know what's going on in my life. Look at this.
Oh my god!
Look at this. Now, if y'all, in case y'all didn't know, this is a comment on one of our videos, and as my friend Terrence always says, you got to take the bad with the good. And I consider myself someone that takes constructive criticism very well. I just always react to it.
All press is good press.
Huh?
All press is good press.
Yes. And so this says, just in case, we have some people that need glasses like me, I'm gonna put it on here. Y'all not alone. All right. The point of this is on our Megan reaction about the killer android for the trailer. We said it's a trailer reaction. This guy says, this person, 2022, this person says, the point of a reaction is so people can actually see the reactions during certain scenes. If they wanted to watch just the trailer by itself, then that's what they would have done. Giving a breakdown of the trailer after it's over is actually called a review, not a reaction. You guys completely missed the point of what a reaction is supposed to be. Now, I believe we reacted after the trailer and we did not break it down, as this guy said. We didn't really break it down. Like a breakdown is like us going scene to scene and saying what happened and then, then possibly reacting to it. We just straight up reacted to it and said how silly we thought it was. That is literally reaction. But just in case you are not satisfied person about what we did, Darian, let's just scroll on back. Everybody go back to that video when you have a chance. Every minute, I'm gonna give you a scene right now. Darian, or Flyknit. When the doll first looked at the mother, when the mother told her to be quiet, she turned her head like this and said, I was talking or we were having a discussion. Here's my reaction and give me yours.
I think I paused the video. Yeah, I paused the video and even said something.
Go back and just put me right there. You'll see me reacting to it. That's my reaction. When she hit that thing on them people, when she started to dance and hit that thing and that cartwheel in the hallway, I was like this. What?
So I think is there an echo? Yeah, okay. So what I think is he wants the reactions where you got the trailer in the background and we're like green screened in, and every time something happened, or
I just did that.
I'm like, we're doing a reaction. Like we're playing the trailer and we may pause it and say something. Then we just talk about what we thought after. So I guess it is a bit of a breakdown, but not really, because there's people that do scene by scene breakdowns. They literally go and, this character is probably this, and we just in here cracking jokes and just like, man, that look crazy. We gonna watch that.
Not only that, people when they come in here and say what we're supposed to do, first of all, we are not people. Okay, so we ain't gotta do what people do. We is us. We are us. Us is we. All right. Now, the old me, as my friends watching this would have known, I wouldn't have reacted this way so positively. But I like it. Thank you for your comment.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, for him, we will do reaction / breakdown. I don't know what info we really gave him on the movie, but yeah, I don't like those trailers where somebody just watching this like just dramatic. I'm like, bro, talk about the movie. Move on. We got time for this. We doing this for 10 minutes.
Did you see that? Oh man, let's pause and talk about
bro. Have a heart attack on camera.
Boy. And didn't even first and second of all, subscribe. Don't be commenting and criticizing my stuff and not subscribe. I saw what you did.
Hey, we will accept constructive criticism. Come back. Tell us what we can get better. We do ask every time. Tell us what we can get better. Tell us what we do. What you like, what you don't like. I'm all for it, bro. Like I said, all press is good press. But to get that out the way, man. Yet again, welcome to Minor League Films. You know, so we're gonna talk about some stuff. We're just gonna shoot it. So if you want, hit that live chat. Let us know what you think of some stuff. Let you know if there's anything you wanted to talk about. We'll get into it. This is really open dialogue. So we're not too scripted here. We're just gonna shoot the shit, as they say.
Well, language.
No, my bad. Shoot the stuff.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, so I know you wanted to start with Bleach, anime, man.
Yeah, I want to get back into my nerd Johnson real quick. And let me just show you this outrageous scene after I finish telling the description. So those of you that don't know about Bleach
let them know what it is.
What?
Yeah, let them know what it is.
The Bleach is an anime where it's got basically 3 groups of people. So the first people are called Soul Reapers, and their job is to basically kill these things called hollows. And here's what the Soul Reapers look like. They just look like people in general, Japanese garbs, and those are like the captains of the group.
People taking Taekwondo. We got it.
Well, they're more like samurai. Don't disrespect the anime, sir, please. Thank you. So their job is to kill these things. They look like monsters with masks, and they basically are human souls that are trying to get to the afterlife. And when they kill them, the souls are allowed to peacefully transition to the other side. And each one has a different sword by a different name, and they do different kinds of things. So then we have these guys, and they're called the Quincy's. And it's kind of like if there was to be a German faction in an anime, these guys are it. Their weapons are in German. Their attacks are in German. Some of them speak German. There's a lot of history in their wardrobes, as you can see, stuff like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that just look like a country club.
I mean, they all wear white. So they're so when they do it, when they kill hollows, they're also considered the good guys. They when they kill the hollows, they actually just wipe them out. Their souls don't go anywhere. They're just gone forever. So the Soul Reapers didn't like that. So when they asked them to stop, they ended up, when the Quincy's refused, they ended up in a war. And when the war broke out, most of the Quincy's were killed. So this part of the anime is about the Quincy's coming back to kill the Soul Reapers. And it's just an all-out war. This is the last season. Okay. And it's very good. Most seasons in general, not just anime, most seasons, the first episode is always boring, and they have to work up to something. There's a lot of dialogue. This one is not. This one is like 2 minutes dialogue, action. Because we've already seen this. We've already seen it in what?
So my question, how many seasons are there? Because for me, I started watching Bleach 10 years ago, maybe. Was it? Maybe not that long. Maybe it's like 8 years ago. But bro, these animes, they go on forever. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, you talk about Game of Thrones being long. Like, these animes, you start an anime when you're in high school. You finish an anime when you're about to retire from work. Well, like, that's how long these joints really be.
Well, this is a Shonen Jump anime. Shonen, which is like Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. One Piece, which has like 1,000 episodes now. We watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid, and for some reason we didn't think it was that long back then. They had like almost 400 episodes back then. Then you had GT. Now you got the new seasons coming out. But this is the last season.
Yeah,
I think it had about 12 seasons overall. If you get rid of some of the filler, it's like 12.
Yeah, but yeah, those were they're right. They didn't feel that long. Maybe it's just because we were kids and it was like, oh, you're doing some other stuff, and then Toonami's coming out and Dragon Ball Z and giving us something to look forward to. But when I get a little older, I'm like, man, these shows is long. So like Naruto, I was watching that joint for like a brick, and then it's like, oh, it's only 250 more episodes to go.
Right.
Oh, good Lord. But yeah, man. So have you seen the last season, or you're almost done with it?
I'm on the last season now. It's like 5 episodes in.
Yeah. What do you think so far?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's amazing. From start, every episode, I don't even want it to end.
Yeah.
Like, this is one of the first animes that are from the book, and it's like almost word for word, scene for scene. by the book, and sometimes that's not good, but this time it's really good, and the artwork is amazing.
Yeah,
the animation is amazing, and I love this anime basically because even though sometimes they show people of color really weird lights, and this anime has black people, it's got Hispanic people, it's got Germans, Russians, it's got white people, it's got Japanese, Chinese. It has every single person that you could ever think of in this anime, and they're either good or bad, and most of the time they're not made to look silly. It has gay people, it has straight people, it has
so very inclusive.
It's probably the most inclusive anime I've ever seen. They don't make it weird either. It's just they'll just show up. Like it'll be someone of an LGBTQ that you don't know about at all, and it'll be one you do know about, and then it goes really well with the character, and it just, everything goes well with the characters.
Yeah.
But saying that being said,
I knew that was too much good, and there had to be some contradiction in there.
That being said, I have a small clip just to show them when they do. Now this guy is actually really strong. So I don't want to just say they did him wrong. That's why I had to preface it like this anime does do people of color really well, but they had to have one. They had to have one, and I'm going to show it to you in just a second, where it got a little rough for your boy. It got a little rough. So can you see that?
Yeah, there we go. I'm in.
Now look at this. Look at that man. Look at this.
He come with a grill and everything.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta stop.
That's authentic.
You gotta stop.
I swore you wore that fit for Halloween.
Look, I almost did. Look, come on, man. You have to do him like that. But once again, though, there are like black people in this show that are really strong and have all kinds of different hairstyles like we have that presented really well. They just could not help themselves and had to throw him in there.
Yeah,
I want to be mad, but I ain't gonna be mad because he's really strong too.
Yeah, nah, I mean definitely probably a cool character. That looked a little jacked up. But I will say, as we all know, Bleach seems like it's doing a good job representing everybody. We've had some shows that have not done a good job representing everybody. And when you mentioned it like before the show, I remember our main guy. You remember this one?
Oh, Chill Out.
Dragon Ball Z. Like, you want to talk about the most stereotypical, like, I can't believe this actually came on my television. Me as a child, I looked at this and was like, now that's racist. Like, you look at this dude, big lips, he couldn't really talk. You ain't know, like, everybody in Dragon Ball Z talks well. These are trained actors. They got to this dude, and it was like, he can't make a word. He can't say a sentence.
This is exactly how he talked. When they announced him and he was fighting, he said, I was like,
I'm like, this dude don't even speak English. It's like you want to talk about racist? That is racist.
This was 2005. Like, that's crazy. Like, literally, they did this in Japan. This is the worst part. They did that in Japan. It came over here. We had to find an actor to do that. Oh, what's up, Terrence? We had to do that. And our English actor just said, we don't care about dialogue. We just gonna make him say, shoot himself. Like,
you didn't have to make that man that stereotypical. It was because you talk about Dragon Ball Z. You've got these different characters. They look ridiculous. You look at him, you like, what? That whole prove this. Funimation. Yeah. Come on, man.
Akira Toriyama is a nasty man. That's a nasty man right there.
Oh man, that was too. I immediately thought of that. I'm like, good lord, they jacked that up. Oh, that's too funny. But yeah, man. But continue with what you think of the show, man.
I mean, it's just good. I give it like if I could give this thing like a 15 out of 10, I would give Bleach this new season a 15 out of 10. Like it's got everything. It's got every genre wrapped in it. The animation is crisp. You know, a lot of times when people say they've been working on something for years, sometimes a lot of times you can't tell, or you'll somebody make a comment, well, really? Wow, I could have done a better job. And a lot of times maybe we could. This one, you can tell that they put in a solid amount of effort in this show. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I can't say anything bad about it. I really can't.
Well, I definitely got a lot of catching up to do, especially with the anime. I don't even know if I have time right now with all the stuff coming on. But I will try to get caught up on that. It definitely looks exciting, and I did really like Bleach, man. I used to watch it late. I don't even know if it was still Toonami then, but I used to watch it late night all the time. So I do like the show. It's just, man, it's too long.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, that's cool. I'll check that out, man. What else we talking about?
We are going to also talk about Titans, DC's Titans. I'm so glad Terrence is here because Terrence is one of these people. One of these people that every time I bring up anything DC, it wasn't advertised. Nobody advertised it. I ain't see it. But now you see it. So Titans is about most of the proteges from the Justice League, you know, Superman, Batman, you know, all that.
Everybody's saying Teen Titans, man.
I would hope so. We all saw Teen Titans as a show. I'm in the minority and thought that show was trash. The cartoon.
The cartoon? Oh man, I love the cartoon.
Yeah, of course you did. But a lot of people love the cartoon. I like a lot of trash too. There's some trash I like.
Yeah, I mean it was goofy. But it was fun. And obviously it was like like, dang man, this is a fun show. I'm a kid, I'm all about it. Yeah, because we all wanted to go and be some teenage superheroes, go out there and fight crimes. So it just kind of hit that perfect time mark.
Right. So, you know, but before we start talking about, let's just go ahead and show the small trailer for those who have not seen it yet. Because apparently it has not been advertised yet. But here's some stills of the Titans show. You get to see in that one on the right. You know, you see Nightwing, Superboy, Raven, and Red Hood. Red Hood, who was done horribly. We're not going to talk about it right now. So we got to have one at all times, and that's fine. And, you know, I'm not going to knock him. But he just should have been someone else, and that's perfectly fine.
Yeah. So,
whatever happened here, they want to hide it.
I'll zoom in full so we can see. Yeah, there you go.
They can't hide it from me. Who are you?
Rachel!
How'd she get beat up in her own dream?
See,
wasn't hers.
Okay.
We should not have come to Metropolis.
The Temple of Azarat is now yours. Welcome to the ancient world, Mr. Luther. Soon the gods.
My man Les Luthor is in here.
I can assure you, the gods already know me. Come on, this is Lex Luthor. I'd like to meet you in person. You've got up with the occult.
He's the only man Bruce Wayne has ever afraid of.
Action.
Superman's not afraid of him. Neither am I. You should be.
We're dealing with supernatural messages.
Oh, they got Jinx in here.
Who's light bending?
No, Jinx is a magic user. She was in the cartoon.
Listen, I don't know whatever all this is, but we do need your help.
The world is a brutal place.
Oh my goodness, Joseph Morgan too.
No, that hurt.
I know you're special. I know it's in your heart.
Who the hell are you?
It's just a hunch, but I'm gonna assume she's a bad guy.
Since we got to Metropolis, strange things have happened to me.
They're trying to tell me something.
I can hear everything the people here say about me. They will never let me forget what I am. My complex. You're part of the family. If you leave, it's gonna hurt us.
They brought Deathstroke back in here.
Yeah,
He played a pretty good Deathstroke though.
yeah,
Last season.
he was fire.
Much better than the one in Arrow. My man had that thick accent.
Oh man. So yeah.
I have seen the first couple episodes. You said you haven't seen it, right?
Yeah, man. So Titans, it's been out for about how long now?
About 4 years.
Okay. Yeah, I started watching it. I think a little bit after the first season was out. So I started watching a little bit after the first season came out. I think I talked to you and you were like, it was pretty good.
Yeah, surprisingly good.
So I watched that first season and it was like really good. I was like, okay, I like everything other than Starfire, like not to be racist, but her look always just throws me off.
Oh, it's bad. It's not even about her race.
Yeah.
I thought that she was going to be black, but then when she used her power, she would be orange.
I did. Yeah, because you change when she uses her powers, and obviously you can see the color, but it was just like, nah, this is just black girl from around the way.
Yeah, and I was confused about that because even if she is black, I thought they would use more of the comic lore from like the comics, but they kind of just did their own thing. So her as a character after season one, I thought she did really good, really well. But after season one, when they brought in her sister, then I was like, and her sister is one of the most bland characters I've ever seen in my life.
Super sassy as well.
But sassy with a monotone.
Yeah, like
oh, I hate
these aren't aliens, bro. They from like Detroit. Like we can stop messing around, man. It's like so. It's cool because it's not bad actors or anything, but it's also too like that. I don't see like Starfire, like from the obviously my experience is Teen Titans was bubbly, like super fun. But if you mess around, you fuck around with her friends, you find out. I guess you want to say. So that is when you kind of get the attitude and the fierceness. And this, she's not like that at all. Now I don't know how she was in the comics.
Yeah, she's not far off. Like. She's not far off from current Starfire in the comics, but see that they're writing her like just on Earth and her roots of Tamaran a little different. Yeah. So as of right now, Starfire is a lot more serious. There's not much bubbly going on in the books because she's just a teacher at the Teen Titans Academy. Yeah. So it's not. So the bubbly Starfire has been gone, I think, since we were in high school. So I mean, now they try to. I get they try to do something different. It just doesn't always work. Yeah, it's not necessarily working past season one, but luckily they have a whole bunch of other characters in there. Like I like Nightwing. Nightwing is actually always joke. He's like Spider-Man without the powers. He's always joking, always quipping. No quips in the show, but I think he works in the show.
I think it's that kind of dynamic because what we get is them two, I guess, are supposedly older than everyone else. So they're my fault. Alarm.
Man, it's supposed to be on 15 minutes ago.
It's the alarm, don't mute. But they're supposed to, I guess, the older, so they're kind of the leaders of the group. And so, but you kind of get that where it's like they're both very like dry, serious, like people. Like Nightwing, I get it. He came up under Batman, who in the show is crazy. So you get it from him. From her, it's like they're like two teachers trying to run a school. Versus like our older members, and all of the older people are like that. Like Donna Troy was also like very. Like, I don't know how she's in the comics, but so they're very serious. And then we had Hulk and who's that?
Dove.
Yeah, Dove, bro.
I like them. Hulk and Dove are my favorite characters in the show.
Oh, I like them. Yeah, she fine as hell.
Minka Kelly. Yeah, Minka Kelly is out there.
But nah, they cool, man. I honestly do like their dynamic. And they're way the thing too. They're way more fun than everybody else is. Like they're serious when it comes down, but like other times they're joking, they're having a good time. Everybody else is like they almost like the Justice League with seriousness, and then Teen Titans when it comes to actually handling a situation.
Yeah, so, but you got Superboy, Beast Boy, Raven, and the new guy Tim Drake, and
don't forget Crypto. I don't even know where Crypto.
Oh, Crypto. He's in here.
Okay, yeah, my favorite, bro. The scene that really got me, and I have it on my Snapchat. I wish I could clip it here, but like they're trying to kill Superboy. So the dude outside, he's in a house, because he goes back to where Superman is from. So they trying to get him, and he starts like taking people out. So dude outside has a bazooka, and he like shoots the rocket inside, and Crypto runs up, catches the rocket with his mouth and flips it around. Lets it go, it shoots back and hits the dude. And I was like, dear G, this is all time. Man, that may need to be like a show we do of just like crazy scene. Just
I don't think it's crazy.
Do like 1 minute 30 videos of just like the most ridiculous scene, because that one took the cake.
It was a little rough, but I wouldn't. It's about in line for what Crypto would do. It's about in line for what he does.
Yeah.
It's silly, but remember, it's a comic book show, but it is silly.
Yeah, it's very silly. But no, I like, man, season 1, I really like, and I think I've gone through. So season 3 is with Red Hood, right?
Yeah.
So
Season 2 had Deathstroke in it, basically doing what he does. Like, he had a contract to kill the Titans. Then something happened to his son because of Titans, so now he wants to kill them, just like in the book. I liked that season. It wasn't as good as number 1, but it was still good. Season 3, they kind of like, I guess because it could have been because of COVID messed it up, because it was a late season 2, but it came in there and it was off the rails. Like the Scarecrow. That in general was the worst iteration of any future Scarecrow. I hadn't even seen these new Scarecrows come out yet. No one can be as bad as this guy. Not this guy, but no one can be written this bad. Like, he was written as just a regular guy with a suit that also had some kind of fear gas, but hardly ever used it. It was so bad. There was no stakes with him. And then just the fact that Red Hood was working for him made no sense at all. And the fact that he became Red Hood in half an episode made no sense either. I liked how Batman was in.
They just brought him back and was like, "Yep, you Red Hood, go."
Yeah, it was a rush season, and then they decided to do something.
Or even I guess this is a little bit into season 3, maybe not really spoiler, but I don't even get like why he's Red Hood. It just, I never got, like, because he gets very back with the consciousness of like who he is and kind of his past, but he's just like, all right, well, now I gotta fight our heroes, and I'm just sitting here like, bro, if you can remember everything you just went through, you just hung out with these dudes. It was
bad. It was bad because originally he was a little bit corruptive when he came back. And then he wanted to show Batman how to really be Batman. He fought other people. And sometimes he did try to kill them, but not for Scarecrow. He did it for himself. So having him be a lackey kind of ruined a lot of the season, even though I told you I got rid of my comic book bias. I just try to watch it and see how good it is. It just wasn't well done. Now, this season starts off, I enjoy it right away. They have Joseph Morgan in there as Brother Blood. I mean, come on. Joseph Morgan. If you probably don't know who he is.
I have no idea who that is. I'm just here like, just
Morgan. You've seen Vampire Diaries before, right?
No.
Okay. Well, he played a hell of a role as like the main villain of the series, who just could not. He was the first werewolf that was also a vampire. He's like a hybrid, the first ever hybrid.
Is that show you always tell me to watch? That's like really good.
And I'm all,
bro.
I've also told Terrence to watch it. He's never watched it.
See, these shows is hard for me to just to press the play, because every time I think of vampire, I'm like, oh, there's about to be some Twilight shit.
No, this is not the same.
It's gonna be some love drama story.
Well, there is love, and remember, vampires.
I mean, you have to, but
they're not just people that come over there and bite people all the time. But he was the first. His family was the first vampire family, but his mother cheated on his father with a werewolf when she had him. I think he was like the youngest. So he was a vampire and werewolf hybrid. And it's just a villainous family. They're all like villains for the most part. That's why the show is interesting. He has one brother that literally will leave a fight if his suit, he always wears a suit, he'll leave a fight if his suit gets a stain on it, come back with a new suit and say, let's continue. Like that drew me into the show. I'm like, wait a minute. At one point, he just killed 2 people. He said, I'll be back. I thought he ran away. He came back, said, had to get a new suit.
Oh my
It
god!
came back. Like he's like Blade with a suit on.
So he's like Jason Statham basically, because in every movie, Jason Statham will find a suit to whoop somebody's ass in. Like I forget what's the one where he's with the little girl. They're in New York.
It's not Transporter. It's
No. I forget the name of
I
it.
know
But
what you're
basically,
talking about.
yeah, he's like a boxer. And what happens is he's supposed to like throw his fight, and he throws like one punch and knocks the dude out.
Yep.
And they end up like killing his family. And you know, it was one of my favorite things with movies because I always complain on here how villains BS and they're not actually serious about like their follow through, which makes them not a threat. In that movie, like they literally told him you can't interact with nobody. This fool is in a homeless shelter, right? This dude next to him is like, hey man, like my feet are jacked up, blah blah blah. He's like, he look around, he's like, all right, here, take these boots, don't talk to me no more, blah 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 blah, like leave me alone, I'm secluded. This fool goes to sleep, wakes up the next day, that dude's throat slit. I'm like, good lord. like y'all took your jobs way too seriously. But in the movie later on, there's a scene where he literally goes in to buy his suit before he starts whooping people's asses.
That's right. Gotta be clean, gotta feel comfortable. These people are comfortable in suits.
So
But
apparently the vampires are Jason Statham fan because that's his thing.
But he is a really good actor. And they're building up his story. They're actually building his story up. And they have another villain in there that I won't spoil that as of right now. Well, I'll just come back to it after she's actually revealed of who she is in the next episode. But they're building her up. They haven't revealed anything. It's going through. Everybody's getting character development in this show. Every single person, except the person that I don't need in the show. Terrence, get out of my face. Nobody care about your cues. You ain't got no cues. What's your cue? List your cue of shows. I want you to list it. He about to look up some shows and list it. This is what I got angry about. And this guy, honestly, if Tim Drake on the right, that's a bad probably. That's Tim Drake with long hair, but usually his hair is up like the guy on the left. And I think it's Jason Lycurgo is the guy's name. Pretty good actor. I like him as an actor. I don't care that Tim Drake is black. He's mixed. Tim Drake is mixed in the show with Asian descent and black descent. I don't care about all that. My point is he could be any race. My point is this: he is written so bad. I want to turn off the show every time, or I want him to die every time. Because Tim Drake in the comic book was such a good detective that he guessed Batman and Robin's identity right away.
Yeah, that's kind of how he was introduced in what was that season 3?
He's showing some detective skills, and that's fine too. That I'm okay with that. But he can't fight worth nothing. No one's training him. It's been pretty much, I think it's only been like a couple of weeks since the last season ended. No one has trained him. They just decided to go bowling all the time. And not only that, he's just overall a big softy. Now Tim Drake is kind of a big softy in the book, sure, but he's trained by Batman. They took a different direction in this show where he's going to be trained by Nightwing. But oh my goodness, this kid can do nothing. And I'm just being like, I'm trying to rush it. I want to see him do something so he can become a likable character. Because right now he's just a big softy. When someone gets hurt, Nightwing's like, "Hey, go check on him." Yeah, I got it, boss. That's his role.
I mean, that was his intro in the show. I remember in season 3, he literally just has no sense of self-preservation. He's just like, I'm gonna follow. Yeah, that means one scene, he's like, I'm gonna follow Robin into this sewer. I'm like, bruh, if you ain't got no fighting skills, or you know what I'm saying, you ain't down with that action, you're just gonna get yourself killed, which he all pretty much always almost gets himself killed.
So I just that in itself is one of the reasons I just that's probably the only character in this show, season 4, that I really can't stand. Like everybody else, like I said, they're trying to do away with season 3 for the most part and give everybody character development except for Robin and Starfire, because we know them from season 1. But all the young characters are getting a lot of character development just in the first 2 episodes. They focus on all of them. So it's cool. And the villain is getting character. They're doing really well with the character development. Even Lex Luthor shows some Lex Luthor-ness in that show. It's just that one guy that needs to leave. In this next episode, he needs to learn how to fight or kill him off. Kill him off, please.
Yeah, man. I've never liked him since he came on, but I mean, if he's worse than the way they took Donna Troy out, season 2, if it's harder watching that makes me not want to see it. But
I'm exaggerating. I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating. I'm just giving my biased opinion too, because I'm a comic book fan, even though I'm trying not to. But because he's a small part of the show, so it's like 10% of the show I don't really care for. But the rest of this season so far, I like it. I don't have any problem with it at all.
Yeah, no, I mean, I generally like the show. I mean, obviously that first season was like such went over my expectations that that it's like, wow, okay, I'll expect this show. HBO, bro, HBO has good shows. Like, if people always ask me, you're like, what to subscribe to? I'm like, bro, go to HBO. Like every time they drop a show, like it's solid, especially something that some people are talking about. Like it's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that first season, man, I expected like here, and it was like up here, and I'm like, wow. And then the second season, a lot of parts that I did like. There was some stuff I didn't like. The older characters are so like stiff that it kind of like, it's not like I want it to be more fun, a little bit, because in essence, I'm not a comic book guy. Like Teen Titans, it was fun. It was like obviously a goofy level of fun and maybe too much fun, and the level of seriousness that this brings is needed for this world. And kind of frowns it in reality, but still at some times like you're missing a little bit of fun. And then when the show tries to do things that are fun, like of course, like they have characters hooking up or characters starting to like each other, like things like that. And I just wish there was that little more element, especially people with history, just a little more element of like, bro, like you remember that time, or like, let's go do something cool. Like a lot of times we spend in Gotham and it's like, why is anybody here? First of all, move, because it sounds terrible. But
watch this new season, because everything you just said is actually addressed. Every single thing you just said.
Okay.
Like everything, like the fun part, the why don't you move part, all that is addressed. Seriously, everything you just said is addressed in order of how you said it. First episode.
Also, too, man, can we stop with the non-police forces in these superhero shows? And like, I am not the person who's gonna nitpick, but at least show me the police is trying to do something. Like, I haven't seen police successfully do anything in a show in such a long time that's like superhero related.
That's also addressed.
Okay, well, thank you.
The police are actually out in force.
Yeah, like just have them do something. Like
they can't handle people like Superboy. They'll come out there, hey, put your hands up.
Oh yeah, like
eye lasers are blowing up all the cars.
I get things like that. I'm not saying like have I don't know, like some top level villain like Lex Luthor will show up in a giant robot suit and they're able to take him down. Like that's unrealistic even for an unrealistic show. But you know what I'm saying? Just show me they're out here trying. They're involved, or just give me something.
Yeah,
especially because we spend so much time with what's the lady? She's Detective Gordon's daughter,
Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, Barbara Gordon. Yeah. So we spend so much time with her. So don't worry about it, man. Just give me something. But overall, man, you got me excited. I'm gonna definitely check out this new season. It was good with it.
Yeah, it's interesting so far. Now I think it's 2 episodes in, 3rd episode. It comes out every Thursday.
Okay, right, cool. So I'll definitely check it out. All right. Something I wanted to get into because it's coming out later this week, and I'm just excited for it. We've talked about it before. If you have not seen Scotty's character breakdown for Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, man, go check that out. Definitely we'll link it down for that. But Black Panther's out this week, man. I'm excited. It's been since I haven't watched a trailer since that first trailer dropped, because I'm not going to do the thing where you see the first trailer, you're super excited, and then it's like they show too much, and then they show too much, and it's like in the old one, you found out Black was it Michael B. Jordan became king, and it was Black Panther. And I'm like, what? I didn't want to know that. Like, I didn't think
the whole movie's given away.
Yeah, I didn't think that was great anyway, but I definitely didn't want to know that going into the movie. So that's out this week. I mean, I'm excited, man. I'm just like, I'm at the point mentally where I'm like, they cannot screw this up. Like they can't screw it up. I don't care what they got to do. You got to get this right, because, Chadwick Boseman, his death, there's a lot of emotion in this movie, a lot of stuff going on. So, I'm excited for it. You got any final thoughts going into that? Are you excited to see it Friday?
Trying to word this right without insulting the entire staff of this movie. I'm going to enjoy seeing Namor beating the crap out of most of the people in this movie.
Yeah.
The only way that they can beat Namor is if those two together and probably someone else that's powerful ends up, fighting him. And then they have to, but that depends if they have, if he has a tumor on his side, if a tumor betrays him. We'll just see what happens. I'm excited for it, of course. I'm excited for it. I just hope they go in a direction where it's not like Marvel likes to do. Because let's just face it, Marvel, out of all like 20 some movies they've had, majority of these villains are one-offs. They get killed or beaten up, or they'll show the villain all movie and they get beaten up in 5 seconds by the heroes, and it kind of bores me. And that's why I liked movies like Spider-Man Homecoming, which me and you are the minority of this who think that's probably the best one, because Spider-Man was getting beat up all movie by the villain like he should. He was the villain. Not like Age of Ultron, where Ultron sent 1,000 robots and the Avengers didn't even get touched by one. Or not like, Thor Love and Thunder, where the villain is called Gore the God Butcher. We see him kill one god by stabbing him like me and you could stab him, and the rest of the movie he's doing nothing but sending
that was Marvel. Everybody's complaining for however long about Marvel's villain problem, which I thought in the first Black Panther, and if I'm just taking this series by itself, Spider-Man definitely. I mean, that movie had a lot of goofy, but it was such a fans movie that a lot of people couldn't help but love that movie, which I did. I saw it
the third one.
Homecoming. I loved it.
No, Homecoming was the first one.
No.
No Way Home, you mean?
Yeah, No Way Home. Yeah, I love that movie. It's a fan movie, and they do a good job of making the villains threatening, and we know the villain problem.
That's fine. That one wasn't that bad. But I'm talking about the first Spider-Man with Vulture. I thought that was really, really good, because Vulture was just tossing him around all movie. Even at the end, he really didn't win.
Yeah.
So
he just
I enjoyed
that, and then he let him off.
But
I thought for Black Panther in the first one, they did a really good job with Michael B. Jordan. If we get to before he becomes Black Panther, I thought they did a good job making him threatening, making him a presence. They completely butched Claw and his character, him just dying so fastly, because you can do so much with, that character. Just lock him up. Like, I understand, you want some kind of resolution, but I'm that person to be like, man, I don't care how many people that dude killed, bring him back. You want to see him again on screen, because it doesn't make any sense. But that's how comics, like we talk about Titans, Batman locks up his villains all the time after they They even made fun of it in Peacemaker, where he was like, how many deaths is Batman responsible for? What, 20, 30? 50,000, because these dudes break back out and kill people. But I mean, that's part of what we want to see with a great villain. So hopefully, with Namor, I think with the element brought in, I mean, there's a lot riding with him as well. You're talking about bringing in a Hispanic villain. We're starting to, you're introducing a new community, and I was already listening to the soundtrack, and they got basically all Hispanic songs on there. So they're really putting a lot into him just to knock him right out the movie. So I'm hoping he is a presence, and then we'll get some twists or something later, I expect. But I'm just excited for that overall. We will be doing a reaction Friday. We're not going to do a review, because there's always reviews already out there, and we ain't made it big time enough to get our screeners yet and have it out now. We ain't got credentialed yet. So, but we're gonna do a reaction. We're gonna do we can't call it a reaction, a mini breakdown, because we will get criticism.
Yeah.
So
my man's upset.
We will talk about that on Friday. But yeah, man, for the most part, anything you want to hear, anything you want to talk about that's going on?
I think that's all I have for today, man.
Yeah, man. I just want to share y'all my bad luck on the lottery. That was an experience. Also, man, if you did win, hey, I've seen I meant to bring this up earlier, man. I've seen so much stuff where people get killed Listen, don't tell nobody you won the lottery.
Yeah.
I literally did I kind of got the idea from another podcast, and I did my one of my projects like senior year on what to do if you win the lottery. Hire a lawyer, hide. Don't tell. Hey, if you're black, don't tell your mom. Don't tell grandma. You dead if you do that.
Yeah.
But man, anyway, yeah, I think we hit just about everything. Everything we talked about. So for everybody who doesn't, also we will be back Thursday. So this is our first episode of Open Field. This will be a weekly occurrence. We will try to do a movie review in general. We'll try to do an episode of Open Field. We can just talk about what's going on, because structuring these shows, it takes a lot, and like sometimes we just want to lay back and just talk about whatever and engage with the audience, which is way more fun and chill. So we'll do that. So we'll probably do a movie reviews probably on Monday, Tuesday. Open Field on Thursday. This one we will react to Atlanta, the season finale. One of my favorite shows, man. I love Atlanta, and I literally I'm still like, I just watched that Goofy episode for the second time. I love that episode. It's gonna be, I'm gonna do a list of my favorite episodes and kind of just rank them. So maybe we'll do that for that. But that'll be Thursday. Definite fun show for us to do. And then we will be back Friday to react to Black Panther. But again, this is Open Field. We appreciate you joining us. This has been fun. Scotty, let us know where we can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Scotty Get Down with 2 N's, 1, and on TikTok at K Corona. K Corona was my favorite anime character. We'll eventually get into him later as well.
Okay. And if you want to find me, here you go. You can see it down below. I am at Flyknit Johnson on Instagram, at Twitter at CityBoyQuentin. And if you, actually, I can pull it up, but I got to pull it where you want to find us. But pretty much it's going to be minor league films at anything. Twitter, Instagram. We have to put, there we go. So we're going to have to put in some work on our IGs, but we should have the IG up and running pretty soon. Our Twitter is up. It's just not quite active yet. So we got some homework to do, but we're working on it. We'll have a little more time, but we'll get stuff going on. But yeah, it's pretty much minor league films on Twitch as well, even though they will not save our videos for whatever reason. So we will get that hashed out. I'm gonna have Scotty, call in some favors over there. I think Twitch may be based in California, so maybe you walk over there and let me hide this if you can't see, and let them know what's going on. But
man, also, it's crazy.
Just annoying us. But hey, man, if you have something you want us to watch, you have something you want us to talk about, review. We're starting to get into the holiday season, so I have a banger of a horror movie for Thanksgiving. I guarantee most people have never heard of. It's ridiculous. Scotty, did I even tell you what movie I have yet?
You told me what I saw the trailer for.
Yeah. Okay, I let the
Terrence will watch it. Terrence will also watch anything. He will watch anything.
It is crazy. So we're gonna save that one for just before, but we have plenty of Christmas movies that we have. So holiday season coming up, we'll have a lot of reviews. But yeah, let us know, man. Criticisms, compliments, anything we can change. Donations. Email us. Scotty will watch anything. So let him know. I will not watch anything, but if you send it to me, I'll relate it to him.
Yeah, I watch anything. Terrence will watch anything, who's the guy commenting. We will also not just accept comments and criticism and compliments. We will also accept donations, gifts.
We have a donation thing set up.
Money.
Hey, let us get good first. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all joining us. This was a lot of fun, and we will definitely have a lot of open conversation. And I will start, I will start to pick my news story, because one of my hobbies is picking like news stories of the week and just find something crazy funny. So I do it. It happens all the time. So I'll even throw that in here, and it'll just be very open and super fun. So again, thank you. We're going to be heading out, but I appreciate you joining us. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I know we should have our subscribe button. I was confused. It's down there. So you just click it, subscribe.
It's over here. It's this way.
Yeah. We got it. All right. Well, we appreciate y'all, and we are out.
they gonna mute me at the end?